Hi, my name's James. I'm a personal trainer from empoweringpt.co.uk, and today I'm going to be showing you a nice little routine that I like to do when I'm stretching. So this routine is ideal for everyday life. So if you feel like you've got a lot of tension through your core, through your legs, maybe even your arms, not as likely, but typically because we sit down all day, we tend to get a lot of tension through our core and through our legs. Just imagine if you work a 9-to-5 job in an office, sat down for most of the day, going to and from work in a car, again sat down most of the day, sit down for lunch, dinner, breakfast, and then you sit down to watch some TV in the evening. There's going to be a lot of tension. You want to create some blood flow, and it'll help to keep you active and maintain mobility. So this is going to be an ideal session that you can either end the day with, start the day with, or maybe even do both. Or if you really want to, and you're really feeling up for it, then it's something that you could quite possibly do during your lunch break as well, if you've got the space to do it. Now you don't need too much space. It's literally as long as you are tall. Okay, that's the only space that you really need. Maybe square that, but you don't need a lot, is what I'm saying. So this is a good routine that you can use post-workout as well. So if you're doing a whole body session, then it'll work perfectly. If you're isolating different body parts, upper body, lower body, that kind of thing, then you could take specific exercises that we're going to do in this routine and use them. However, this will help overall, because don't forget, you're going to be using your core a lot no matter what you're doing. Whether you're benching, deadlifting, squatting, your core is a predominant part of that. And because it's going to be used no matter what you're doing, whether it's everyday life, back, legs, chest, and so on, you want to make sure to stretch it so that you can maintain mobility and that you don't hold too much tension. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is lay flat on our front. So we're going to lay down, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, and you're just going to push yourself up, and you should feel that stretch coming up through your abs. Okay, if you can't quite get up that high, you can bring your elbows in and just push the chest forwards in, and you should feel that stretch. From here, lower yourself back down, and we're going to push ourselves back into child pose. So try and sit back onto your heels. And here we're going to stretch out our lats and our back. And then bring yourself back up and down again, under control. And then you're going to take your leg out to the side, hold on to your ankle, and then just bring your knee together. And you're going to hold that stretch. Now this is a great stretch for stretching out the quads, the front of your leg. And change leg. So you can do this stretch standing, but I find it's much better to do it laying down, because what you'll find is you can use the floor to pin your hip and knee in the same position. So you should feel that this is a much better stretch. Okay, and then relax. Now, you're going to lay on your side, bring the knee up, and take your hand up and over, and try to take your shoulders down towards the floor while keeping the knee flat. And then bring it back over. Roll over on your front, bring the knee up again, and you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Make sure not to overstretch this one. We're twisting through our thoracic spine to stretch it out and loosen it to give us more mobility through our rotations. We want to be able to relax but not hold too much tension, but still maintain some tension so that you can easily control it and pull it back if you need to.
Otherwise it's easy to over relax and accidentally slip too far and pull something. What you don't want to do with any of these stretches is make sure to overstretch. Just do what's comfortable. Okay, from here, you're going to roll onto your back, and then you're going to bring one knee up to your chest, and what we're going to do here is stretch the middle of our glutes. Then you're going to bring the knee up, put this ankle on your knee, and you're going to pull this leg towards you and push this knee away, and you should feel this through the outside of your glutes. If this one's quite comfortable, then what you can do is reach through the middle, hold onto your leg and pull it towards you to help to increase that stretch, and use your elbow to push the knee back. And then you bring it down, straighten the leg out and change leg. So we do our glute stretch. And then we bring the knee up, put our ankle on our knee and pull that leg towards us and push the knee away. Okay, from here, you sit up. And I'm just going to stretch up, nice and tall. Exhale. And take your head down towards your knees. Now it's important with this one, you want to keep your knees and toes towards the ceiling, and then take your chest down towards your knees. Don't just crank your neck down and pull it down, because you'll start to feel a pulling in your spine, and that's not what you want to do. So just take a deep breath in, exhale, and take yourself down. Okay, from here it's nice and easy to hold onto your toes, and then pull towards you and lift the heels off of the floor, and you should feel that stretch right through the middle of your calves. If you can't quite do that, don't worry. Bring your heels in, hold onto your toes, and just walk it forwards until you can feel the stretch through your heels. Now this is a good one, because if you do tend to do a lot of cycling, walking, anything along those lines, the calves can get particularly tight. This includes driving as well. If you tend to drive a lot and you're not stretching these muscles out, they can get particularly tight. It will also help to loosen them out, which will give you more ankle flexibility to help you squat and deadlift better, which is going to help your general lifting technique. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're in the gym or not. Okay, we all bend down to pick something up, whether it's our children, a sack of potatoes, or we're working in a job that's particularly labor intensive. Okay, we all lift at some point. Okay, so next thing, we're going to bend our knees, bring our feet together and pull it in tight. Okay, we're going to hold onto our feet and just bounce the knees, and you're going to use as much movement as you can through the hips. I'm just going to loosen them out, and then from here hold onto your ankles, keep the heels as close to you as you can, and use your elbows to push your knees down. Okay, and you should feel that stretch coming through the inner thigh. And then relax. Okay, so next one we're going to do is a QL stretch. So I want you to hold onto your feet with one hand and get your elbow as close to the floor as you can. If you can't touch the floor and you only get as far as here, that's absolutely fine. And you're going to use your other hand to push against your knee. And you want to try and get this shoulder towards the floor and this one to the ceiling, and you're just going to rotate through and hold that stretch. And you should feel this in the middle of your lower back, just either side of the spine. And then you're going to change sides, hold onto your feet, elbow towards the floor, and rotate. Okay, you don't need too much force with this one, so start off gentle and just apply more until you can feel the stretch. And then relax and just bring the feet up. Okay, from here we can start to stretch our arms a little bit more. These tend not to be as tense because we tend to use them and move around a lot more, pick things up, put things down. Okay, but still they can get a little bit tense, particularly around the forearm if you're writing or typing all day. So we're going to start with the forearms. So fingertips down towards the floor. You want to hold onto your hands, not the fingers. The fingers will move. You want to hold onto the hand, straighten the arm and pull towards you, and you should feel that stretch run through the top of your forearm. And then you're going to put your palm towards you and do the same. And this time you're going to feel the stretch through the top of your forearm. And then you change sides. And then change around. And what I like to do is just rotate through. Give the forearms a little bit of work, but help to mobilize the wrists as well, particularly if they're in this very solid position when you're driving or typing, anything along those lines. It's nice just to let them relax. And I like to clench my fists as well, squeeze them as much as I can, and then focus on spreading my fingers. Don't just relax and have them stay in a normal kind of central position. Spread them out as far as you can. Really give them some space. Let them work through the knuckles, clench, and then space them out. Okay, and then we're going to stretch back up. And then bring our arm behind our head and pull it down. So we can stretch out our triceps. And then change. This one doesn't tend to be as important, but if you tend to feel like there's a lot of tension, if you're doing a lot of hammering, for example, again, if you're a laborer, then this might be something that you want to do. And then you're going to relax from that. And then if I turn around so that you can see, I want to bring your hands up behind you. Push the chest forwards and squeeze your elbows behind. And you should feel this stretch come across the front of your shoulder. So like I said, where we tend to lift things up all day, or we're hammering, anything along those lines where we lift our arms up and move things around, our shoulders are constantly working. So out of the whole of our upper body, I believe that this tends to be the muscle that tends to get the most amount of tension. Okay, so last stretch, all you're going to do, the chest up and stretch forwards and focus on pushing your shoulders forwards. So if I was just to lift my arms up with a straight back, I can reach to here. Now if I use my serratus to push even further forwards and spread my shoulder blades, then I can reach even further. Okay, and that's what we're focusing on doing, pulling the shoulder blades apart. So the last stretch is for our upper back, and then relax.
So hopefully you've enjoyed this routine. If you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find even more content about similar subjects on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.